Hi, hello. I have for you a book tag video. This is the end of the year book tag. It is the middle of November currently, so it's just about the end of the year. I know a lot of people do this a bit earlier. The video I'm getting the questions on was published on September 30th, but it is what it is. I don't know if it's going to be this is going to be posted before the end of the year, but we'll see. Who knows? I've been a bit of a wild card in my upload schedule recently, so it could be. Number one are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? So I'm very much a start a book, finish it then. Like I tend to not let books sit halfway finished, and if I do, I tend to start them over if I pick them up again. So for that, the only real answer is the book I'm reading right now, which is Insignia by S.J. Kincaid, which I will probably finish before the week is up. I'm like 90 pages in. I'm 100 pages in. I'm using a Danville photo card to mark my spot. And it's a YA sci-fi, so it's not going to take me too much longer. Number two is, do you have an autumnal books to transition into the end of the year? I don't do any of that shit, man. Like, I don't believe in mood reading or season reading or any of that. I tend to just randomize all of my reading. That's what I do. I'm considering next year doing things a little bit differently. I'm considering really shopping the book wall, and like every so often when I feel the urge to buy books, pick out like two or three books that I really, really want to read and put them on like an immediate TBR. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably just keep doing things as I've been doing them because consistency is a good thing, I think. All right. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? I don't think so. I think for 2025, I think my new release radar is done. All the books that I have pre-ordered are coming out in 2026. I think I've been saying this though, and then I got Empire of the Dawn in that I had pre-ordered, so could be false, but I'm pretty sure all of my books that I'm looking forward to coming out are coming out next year. What three books do you want to read before the end of the year? So it's another weird one because I randomize a lot. I will say though, I think I've been really interested in the Raven Boys graphic novel. It's been sitting on an immediate TBR of mine forever. I'd like to start getting into Terry Pratchett. And what else? What else? What else? What else is there? I mean, there's a ton. Maybe something like Drawing Blood by Poppy Z. Bright. I don't know. Is there a book that you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I mean, if I knew that, I would. I wouldn't be making this. I don't know. I suppose I've got the second Poppy War book unread. When I read the first Poppy War book last year, that really kind of blew everything else out of the water. Not everything. It wasn't my number one book, but it was up there. Although that one is kind of buried in the book wall, I think it's unlikely that'll get picked. Catabasis, however, is in my TBR jar currently, so that one could get picked. Again, I've got Poppy Z. Bright, I've got Drawing Blood, but I don't think that's gonna beat out Lost Gods, because currently my favorite book of the year is Lost Gods by Poppy Z. Bright, and I don't see Drawing Blood beating that just for the simple reason that there's no Stephen Ghost. I looked on her website, which is ancient. Oh my god, Poppy Z. Bright's website is like from 2004, and it's glorious. Have you already started making reading plans for 2026? Not really. Like I said, I've kind of considered restructuring how I do TBRs and like shopping the book wall a bit more. Maybe when Christmas break rolls around, we got full 2 weeks for Christmas break this year. It's gonna be glorious. When that rolls around, maybe I'll really take another big look at it and see if I can change things up there. Um, maybe I'll do one of those big fun TBR games. But I also kind of hate TBRs. I kind of hate having a small TBR that I can pick from that changes every month. What I like to do is have hundreds and hundreds of books to choose from, which is what I have right now. So I'm considering doing something like a TBR game. I don't know if it's actually gonna happen. Maybe some kind of maybe if I really really set my mind to it, I can create some sort of weird D&D inspired situation. Um, which now that I'm talking about it sounds like a fun thing to do. But that I think would take a lot of planning. I could plan though. I love a plan. I love making plans. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Um, Part of me is pretty convinced that next year I'm going to be treating the TBR and the book wall and everything just the same as this year. Hopefully it goes better next year. I've had a couple of attempts to kill the book wall this year. None of them stuck. And my most recent one, I'm currently doing a Redux to 2990. Um, I had a breaking point there briefly. But today, I told myself, hey, we're out of that day. We're not buying any more books. So I haven't bought any books today. We're coming down from the high. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I have vague ideas in my head of maybe we'll like do something fun, like some fun TBR game. Because also I feel like I'm gonna have more up to date videos going on, next year. I'm already starting to be a little bit more up to date this year. So that might make TBRs worth something. I don't know. I don't know. That is everything. I'm gonna continue doing her kid. That's all I know. That's everything. I'll talk to you later. And goodbye.